Welcome back, everyone. We have final game here in the finals for the FXopen tournament, brought to us by FXopen, the Forex broker, and 2bh.org. I am Unstable, joined here by Atlair. We are down 2-2 in this best of five. It is ROOTsheth versus capoch. Now, we are on Xel'Naga Caverns once again. We apologize. We are going to fix that up for the next tournament. We didn't specifically state you couldn't use the same map twice. I thought it was just implied. But hey, we will get it up and running for the next one, and there will be more tournaments on the way.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really good, a really great series. We get some great sponsors. If we haven't plugged them already, Go FX, really awesome. And yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
talking about the pressure on the match.
Yeah, so ROOTsheth, I'm surprised that. Actually, no, I'm not surprised at all. I'm glad that chose this map. He had a completely dominant performance in Xel'Naga earlier in this series, and coming off that loss on Steps of War to that proxy 4 gate, it would be really, really frustrating for him. But we'll see how it goes. Winner of this game will actually take down that $1,000 prize money. I'm personally rooting for Chef. I do not know the winner of this outcome because I told them to keep it a secret from us so we could give a better casting event for them.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we are having Chef going the same build. No, different build, sorry. He does not have his gas geyser. Interesting.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. He could be going for a 14 pull, 15 hatches, a lot safer on this map because it's such a long rush distance. 14 pull, 15 hatches, what I use as a standard, the gasless. It seems like you can defend against a 2-gate, early zealot pressure. You can defend against basically everything except for maybe the old cannon rush or anything that's really cheesy, like the really new stuff that comes really early. But aside from that, I think capoch will be playing really smart this time. He'll be backing off a little. He won't be so aggressive. I think that he knows that Sheth will be expecting something really aggressive, and sure enough, he goes cyber core before a zealot. So I got my money on some sort of macro style game, which is gonna be really good. I really want to see some sort of macro like game 3 actually on Xel'Naga Caverns. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely. We do have the gas. Oh my god, my mouse just came out of the USB port. Awesome. So I'm gonna go look around with my my arrow keys right now. Here we go. The gas does go down for Chef now, as his expansion is about halfway done. We have a look over for capoch. He's getting his second gas. Cyber Explorer is about to finish, but luckily his wall-offs confuse me. Like,
Definitely.
It's a weird position. Normally you put the gateway at once, one coming up and over here, so you can have the zealot right there, but here it's weird. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely weird, and to be honest, it almost, like, I'd say that as a Zerg player and say, Baneling bust. I mean, it's a weird thing against Protoss, but you'd be pretty surprised how many Banelings, it takes, what, 2, 3 Banelings to take down a pylon? It wouldn't take much, and once you can get through this early wall, and you can really do some really huge damage. So we'll be seeing the 2 Zealots and a Sentry sort of opening by capoch, which is basically his standard. I've never seen him go what most Protosses go, which is the Zealot Stalker Sentry, which seems pretty safe and economical, but looks like pretty normal. Chef's just building a Spine Crawl now, and it's just finishing down there. Queen's almost finishing, so he has 2 Queens and Zergling Speed starting. No, two Queens are out, and Zergling Speed starting. So all drones are off gas, so no really early lair. So it looks like he's just going to be droning up really heavily. He's a lot heavier in droning this time around. He's not going for his usual safe sort of opening. He only got about 6 Zerglings, and even then he seems to be keeping them in the pocket. He's not doing anything with them at the moment. Second gateway about halfway done by capoch, and warp gate finishing.
Yeah, definitely. So we do have that expansion coming out. I've just been informed by someone who was speaking to capoch. The reason he does this wall off is so when Lings come up to trap this up, he can actually, to attack this kind of stuff, he can trap them in and pick them off, so...
Very smart, very smart. So the force field can block more Zerglings in. That's actually really intelligent. And an expansion is going up by capoch. He's doing the same sort of build, 3-gate expand. He really loves that build. It seems to have worked quite well for him so far, even though it failed him in game 3. I mean, wow, I'd be interested, but my problem with this build at the moment is that Sheth will be droning as hard as he possibly can at this point in time because he knows he'll be reasonably safe. His lair is 20% of the way through. I would expect some sort of a Hydra play again. I like to see Hydra Ling, although as soon as the Robo Bay goes down, you'd have to really pull out of that sort of style and go Roaches or Spire Tech. I want to see the same sort of play from Sheth that he showed in game 3 because it was just so ambitious and so really nice. Really, it was just clean.
This is turning out to be a pretty much mirror matchup of Game 3. Hopefully we can see capoch put a little bit more pressure on Sheth to try and take this game away from him if he does go for some 6 or 7 gateway pressure.
Definitely, and it looks like he is going to be getting loads of sentries, loads and loads and loads of sentries. He has to get hallucination if he hasn't already started. He has not, which I find quite awkward, actually. I mean, when you have this many sentries, it almost feels like it's overkill. It doesn't matter what type of expansion you're getting up, if it's a Forge expand or a Gate expand. You need a few sentries, but more than about 4 or even 5 this early is a bit much, to be honest. It always seems like overkill, and Chef knows that he has like so many sentries. He's going to start getting his third down. He knows he can start doing... He knows he can drone hard because sentries aren't a pushing unit. They're used to bolster. They're very defensive. You can't push with that many sentries. It's just unfair. You can't do too much with them.
I've seen a couple of replays that beg to differ there with mass sentries, but that's all right. We are going to see just 4 warp gates coming out from capoch. He's getting that forge to get some upgrades. No extra tech from him so far. We do have that Roach Warren going down for Sheth, and he's just trying to clear these rocks for the gold expansion. But really, I don't know. It seems to be shaping up the same as game 3, but I reckon Sheth will pull something out and take this game.
I would hope so. It definitely favors the style that he has been showing this set, which has been really, really strong. It's going to be really good. I wouldn't count capoch out quite yet, but with this droning count, it's getting quite high for Sheth. He's already at 48 drones, and he's got about 34 for capoch, so 30 isn't quite down yet, but it's going to be coming down fairly soon. I would expect rocks are just being killed by Sheth everywhere. He's getting ready to mass expand. You would expect he would scout the rocks and see if he'd scout above the 4th expansion. You'd expect him to scout up there just in case there's another pylon. We will be seeing a big sort of push by capoch. He definitely does have a lot of stalkers here, which I'd be finding quite interesting. He's expecting roaches, and we have 5 roaches on the field, so it's really good play by capoch, predicting quite well, denying any 3rd expansion coming down really early. So really good play by capoch already, even if he isn't doing any damage quite yet.
Yeah, definitely. So unfortunately, he did get that creep tumor snipe. That's so frustrating when playing a Zerg and your creep tumors are sniped like that. Because you have to start it all again. I cannot progress how frustrating that is. But here we go. We do have capoch pushing in here. Going to see the spine crawlers. Looks like he's going to try and snipe a couple of them off really quickly. Great force fields going down. Sniping a lot of roaches at the front. Oh my god, this actually could take out Sheth as he does lose his queen as well. Force fields going down everywhere. This is not looking good for Sheth right now. But the spine crawler is still going to work on all these stalkers and sentries with so many units here. This could be all over. This is so dangerous for Sheth right now.
Sheth is definitely in huge trouble. He's pulling drones off the line. Very good bet. I think the sentries actually won him to that. I'll admit that I was very I was wrong about that. I'm very surprised at how well the sentries did. They just split the unit in army in half and just decimated his army. He's so far ahead at the moment in army count, not so much in food count, but jeez, it's quite amazing to see capoch doing this sort of push. Sheth definitely wasn't expecting it. He wanted to get his 3rd earlier on. He was expecting him to wait for a robot bay. However, there is no observer for capoch quite yet, so those burrowed roaches are doing quite well at just kind of hiding. I'm almost expecting the Zerg player just kind of doing a counter push, interestingly enough, and doing quite a bit of damage. So it looks like Sheth is holding on at this point. Yeah,
we do have 80 supply for capoch versus 65 the Chef. If we have a look here, it's 26 drones to 39. So it looks like this fast expansion by capoch and the early aggression is really helping him out here. He's definitely got the upper hand in this matchup at the moment, trying to snipe this Overlord in the middle of the map. Not sure whether he's going to get it or not, though. He looks like he is going to pull back, takes out that forward pylon. But Sheth really needs to get some droning done right now if he wants to stay in this game.
It's a really bad position for Sheth. He has literally no army to defend against it besides this ton of roaches, which, to be honest, still probably couldn't beat probably couldn't beat capoch's army at this point with the force fields. However, he needs to drone as well. He's in a really lose-lose situation at this point in the game. He will be going all in to try something. I'm not sure whether he can do it. But however, capoch doesn't have very many sentries. Most of them are sniped. This could be pretty effective by Sheth if he does dodge the force fields. Pardon me, my bullets are killing me.
Yeah, that's alright. So we do have more engagements. Great force field used by ROOTsheth here. But I don't think he has enough roaches to do as much damage as he wants to. He could probably retreat here. If we have a look at the unit stat, we do have 26 roaches versus 19 stalkers, 4 zealots, and 3 sentries. if good force fields go down on that, it could be very frustrating. And another Contaminate in Game 3 we were talking about, it should put it there. Look at that, great position of the Overseer. He can do that twice in a row because he does have the energy for that as well. More gateways going down for capoch. But really, an intense game so far. Oh my god, great force fields there, cutting off half of the army. A nice burrow, but unfortunately there is an observer in the mix, I believe. I can't see him. But no, it's the cannon to see it. It was the cannon behind him, but that's alright. More force fields going down. ROOTsheth is not in a good way right now. He is down on the drone count. His roaches have just been cut in half, and looks like we might see a counter push that might end the game right here.
Definitely, Sheth really didn't have any time to drone hard. He's building more and more roaches. To me, this seems like his last-ditch effort. A very big shame. Sheth is really unlucky. That timing push was so amazing. Catching the Zerg player off guard, playing really good mind games on him. More Zerglings are coming out to get us around, but honestly, I really don't rate him in this battle. There's too many force fields coming out. The unit army isn't being split, however, there's not enough force fields, not enough energy, but these roaches are just getting melted by sheer power. Unfortunately, it looks like these Stalkers are melting units in general. Queen is almost going down. Will he focus the Queen? If he does, it's going to be very hard for him to come back, and it looks like it's going to be do or die here.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think there's enough roaches here for Sheth. There's just so many Stalkers and Sentries. More units being caught in by capoch as Sheth is still down on the drones, 29 to 45. All his roaches have been cleaned up. Unfortunately, that might be the end for Sheth, and well, sir, congrats. capoch will take out the FXopen first tournament and will pocket $1,000. Sheth for his will pocket 300 for coming second. Very unfortunate that it did go that way for Sheth, but still 3-2 finals, cannot complain.
Quite amazing. Of course, Sheth giving the standard